All right, so just talking about all the blues stuff we just covered. Um, the main thing here being that you want to be able to kind of do the 12-bar blues in a in the basic way, but you also want to start getting creative with it because or else you're gonna get bored. It's 100-year-old type of music, 100-year-old genre or more, 100 plus, and there's a lot out there to grab from to kind of build your own style. You don't just want to do the basic thing all the time, but you do want to kind of get it first, walk before you run type of a thing. So just to recap what we talked about, we'll just stick in A for the purposes of we're always in A. We talked about this kind of easy blues shuffle pattern where that's called a blues shuffle. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. That's all we're doing here. So, you can do your just major chords. Not very colorful, but it's correct, quote unquote. And just take your major chords all around your 12-bar blues. It's pretty boring, right? You can start throwing in other chords there. Dominant sevens are great. They work on any chord that you want to do, or 1, 4, 5. I mean. That's just another dominant 7 on your 4. Back to my 1. You don't have to bounce back and forth like I'm doing. You can just hit your dom 7s and that's fine. You can get even more creative with it. Like for instance, you can let's do a dominant 7 here. And then we're going to do a 9 chord when we go to our 4. And don't be afraid to slide into stuff. And then when I go to my 5, I'm going to do like the Jimi Hendrix Purple Haze chord. So far, I'm not doing any turnarounds, but if I were, they would happen at the end of the chord progression. And I'll do one next time. Let's talk about this kind of 1, 5, 6 pattern we've been doing. It's going to work on any scale degree, 1, 4, or 5. Just do it with your shuffle. You can even stretch to get your... that's your minor 7 when you stretch for it. So the last 2 measures is where I'll put my turnaround. Something like that. That's, whatever. I just made that up. But there's a... Basic ones are just kind of like... I think we actually talked about that in our first lesson ever. Kind of like the Robert Johnson type one. But basically, in essence, what it is like a 1, 1, minor 7, and then just go straight down from there. And you end on a 5, and the 5 kind of wants to become the 1 again, so that kind of sets you around in your cycle. Then you're back where you started. you were asking me, like, okay, we're doing major, minor blues scales. How do I fit them in when I'm playing the 12-bar blues? Do I just replace, certain measures or whatever with a line of, like a melodic line using those scales? The answer is yes. Totally, you can. You just kind of throw them in when you want. And you think about it, that's kind of what a turnaround is anyways. And you can kind of use your solos to walk yourself around, to get to each of the chords that you need to get to. You'll see like blues guys that do finger picking, like Robert Johnson type, will keep the bass going with the thumb. That's hard. Obviously, I'm butchering it. Sometimes I can do it. The idea, though, is to keep that nice and steady. I'm messing it up, sorry. So you can do all this to kind of back someone up. When it's your turn to solo, you want to kind of get some ideas for that as well. And basically, like I said, you can do major blues over your one the whole time. When you go to your 4, you're going to have to do minor blues there. But you can also do minor blues over your 1. And your 5 gets minor blues too. I'm kind of doing both. Minor, both. Stuff like that. So that's kind of your level 1. Level 2 would be to kind of take your major blues and change your key for each scale degree that you're doing. Meaning, like, I'm going to use A major blues over my A, over my 1. When I go to my 4, which is a D, I can't use A major blues. We covered that. I can use D major blues, though. And same thing on E. So now my options are, I can use A minor blues the whole time. I can use A major blues on my 1. I can use D major blues on my D or A minor blues. E major blues on my E or A minor blues. Okay, so that gives you lots and lots of options. So we'll do kind of some of that right now. I'll just do major blues the whole time in the respective keys. As far as giving you some licks to try out, like you saw me do, kind of the standard issue major blues lick is this kind of B.B. King style BB box. So start incorporating that. It's a lot of fun. It's just those top notes of that major blues scale on my 1. So that's called the BB box. So box playing is a lot of fun, easy. You can just kind of do any mixture of those notes, and you'll have a good time doing that. So there's that for a minor lick. So like if you were doing like this kind of Johnny Be Good, you can do this over like an entire chord progression. And it's going to work over whatever. Yeah, it works whatever. Over the E still. Alright, well, I could do this all day, but I think that's probably more than enough for you to sink your teeth into for a while. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope that all works out for you. And nice long video. Eh?